What about like shrooms and psychedelics and shit?
You know what? I'll be very honest with y'all. They terrify me.
You never done them?
I've done them a gang of times.
Oh, okay. But you get scared.
The last like 5 years, what?
We busy.
I had my craziest trip was on. I did some shrooms in one of the biggest artists in the world commissioned my team to design a collection from, right? So I'm like, you know what? This is a big deal. Let me go ahead and get a whole B&B in the woods. So we got some crazy one in like the middle of Oregon, beautiful spot, snowing. Took a gang of shrooms as you should. You know what I mean? Half of the team doesn't like do drugs, doesn't do smoke or anything like that. They're just straight edge. The other half, we party animals, right? So we doing this shit, and I'm getting visuals. I took like 4 or 5 grams, bro. It was like, I was just like, fuck it. This was, if there's any place to do shrooms, it would be in this cabin with all my friends, with no stress on my back. Let me lock in. So we did it in like 3 different ways. We ate them raw, and then we put them in like a lemon tea. You know what I'm saying? We're getting like creative with it. I started getting visuals. Everything kind of got like a GTA San Andreas rendered to it. It's all flat. Like the walls, it ain't just like a collection of blues. It's just one flat blue. One thing led to another. It was one of those situations where like I now understand people say like, oh, I met God off of that shit. I did. Shit. It was the most scariest things, and I referenced my grandma like earlier on this show. When I was like 15. She passed away. Rest in peace. I don't even really think about her too often. I was very young when she passed. She was in. I met her again, bro. She's telling me, oh, make sure your mom's happy and she's good. I'm over here crying, bro, in my bedroom. I just had like a crazy trip, and everything after that. Every time I would try to trip on shrooms, it just sends me to a negative space. I don't know why. I've heard do it in your best situation. Do it in your worst. Do it alone.
Well, it's just the universe telling you don't need these right now.
Yeah. One of the last times I did it, I used to pour up. I recently quit last year, but I used to sip at least once a week. One of the last times I had tripped on shrooms, for some reason, I thought it'd be a great idea to pour up and to take shrooms. One thing about shrooms is they'll take you down a roller coaster of you thinking you're extremely tired and you being restless. Yeah. You can't go to sleep on shrooms for some reason. At least I can't. Lean's another thing, it's opiate. You're literally you're like trying to go to sleep. That's like the end goal. And the shroom just kept me up, and you're just wired. Oh my God. It was like speedballing or some shit, bro.
Roller coaster.
Psychedelic speedballing. And then like the definite last time, it was like last April or something like that. My homie just went to a restaurant like, yo, you want to take a shroom? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. And then I was just super conscious of it. I'm like, bro, I do not like how I feel. It was just like you ate a bad edible.
Dirty feeling.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. You can't get out of your own skin.
Yeah, you literally, you feel like groggy. You got groggy out the shroom. Shit. Yeah, I've taken shrooms also like in Vegas with like hundreds of people around me, stressing out. Like,
I don't know if I could do it.
Bro, I had to take like a ice cold shower when I got back to my hotel room to try to like even myself out.
Yeah,
it was one of them. It was one of them pill. Yeah, I was with one of my exes. It was like a pill capsule. I just took one.
Those are you don't know what it is.
Yeah, took 2. Oh, that shit don't hit me. Okay, I feel a little sensation. Let me play with it then. 3, 4. Oh, I could do 6, and then boom, you're like, you're fucked. But I think like I told my homie, I feel like I know too. Like acid, truly, in my opinion, made me more creative. When I was like 19, 20, I went to San Francisco for the first time. Like regular fucking first time acid trip story, right? Like I took acid there, went to like Hippie Hill, and I just recognized all the architecture and just realized like, damn, this is all compacted. This is not constructed, but it's just created like perfectly, and then it just made me look at cover art differently. Like, cool, you want to compact this logo right here. I don't know. What I'm trying to get at is acid made me more creative, but I started taking it from like 20 to 24. And then at the age of 24, I realized like, bro, you don't want to burn yourself out. Because growing up, I knew fools that were just like, did too much acid. You could wave a hand in front of them, they don't react, So like, I do not want to get like that. And I feel like I'm like 2 acid trips away from that. It's all good. I got work to do and shit.
That's why I don't do acid. I'm scared I'm gonna change my shit.
You ever done acid?
One thing I haven't tried.
Okay, yeah, I've done it like
Nervous.
5 times, I want to say. But yeah, I feel like I really did unlock a piece of my brain. Do I think like anyone should take it? No. I kind of got lucky. You really shake the dice with that kind of.
And that's something I'm not trying. My luck's weird.
Yeah.
First time, like, oh, he's weird now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're fucked over. If it's just one time, like,
Could you
damn.
imagine, dude? I'd be so sad. Can't do the show no more.
I had a homie
Slow reactions
who
and
did.
shit.
That was his first experience on DMT, and he said, like, bro, he like admits it to me once a year, like, bro, I've never been the same since. Like,
I had people say that to me about drugs.
yeah,
That's never good, dude.
no, yeah,
Especially, I don't know, just personality changes. I can't do
yeah, because then
anything that does that.
it affects your sober being. I feel like myself, I'm almost perma-fried, where my identity is the same sober as it is high. Like, there's not really like a shift on it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Maybe if I'm like drunk or something like that, then I'll be a little more loose, But
I'm the same always. I feel you, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's permafried. I think you just handle drugs well.
yeah, oh shit, don't tell me that.
I just handle drugs well because I'm like, how much you smoke? Nothing. Versus the same look, but how much you smoke? A zip. Same fucking face.
Yes. I could talk to my mom whether I'm blasted
Yeah,
high
doesn't matter.
or I'm dead sober. I'm probably going to react and talk to her the same way.
way. Edibles different. I'll just be a little more like.
Edibles is putting you to sleep. That's one thing.
Tired, dude.
That's one thing about flower too that I don't know if it got to do with my spine or some shit, but I don't get sleepy off weed.
Oh no.
It keeps me up, if you want to be real.
Always.
The
Road
worst
trips.
thing I should do before I go to sleep is smoke a blunt.
that's true.
Because what I would do is just stay on my phone for 3 hours.
Well,
I'm
tobacco
just
too might
high.
be getting you.
Yeah,
Hit the bong.
that rush, right?
Hit the bong.
Yeah, the bong is always fire.
Bong.
I go through my phases in weed all the time. Like, there'll be like
Every
4
couple
months. Yeah, 4 months I'm a joint guy.
Yeah.
4 months, fuck it. The darkest blanket, fine. Give me a grabba, I go on a spliff mode for a moment, then the dabbing dude.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It happens though.
Yeah.
Right now I'm dabbing heavy. I got a bunch of ice hash. My homie makes raws. I'm like, don't squish it. Let me just get the hash, ice that. So I've been just smoking straight ice hash for like 2 days. It's narcotic.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I need to just go to like I need to sleep, but I'm not high. I'm just tired. I went to bed at 3 a.m. still. Dabs keep me awake, dude.
Edibles will knock you on your ass though. Or
Yeah.
do they do that for you?
They do. They make me want to be like, okay, I'll sleep.
Yeah, because
That's
one
what
thing
it
that
is.
feels amazing is waking up from an edible, especially when you're like, I love it. If you don't got shit to do the next day, if it's a light day,
Oh, that's incredible.
if it's
like
a
summer.
if it's a oh god, summer break. If it's a heavy day, you shouldn't have been doing edibles to begin with.
Always do. I always do it to myself, dude.
I really messed up a couple years ago. They had the tinctures; those were really like popular, where it's just like droplets.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my god,
Put
bro!
it in
You
any
would think
drink?
it was lean. What? I was just at the fucking red light.
I just put a bunch in my drink, my water the other day.
Oh my god, yeah. You feel like 10% less high, like cool, let me up it again. Let me get another
right.
droplet.
It's like an IV drip, basically.
Yeah.
exactly. I don't notice when I'm high. I don't know the difference.
You know what? Like
Wait, I am high. Yeah, you're right. I am high.
like I just hit this joint like 10 minutes ago. I feel sober.
Yeah. Perfect.